Welcome back to the platform. It's Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. Thanks for your comments, likes, and shares. Okay, I'm all greasy and bored. It's hot. We all see it. We all see it. All right, so I end up going to the mall, back to my childhood mall, to take my daughter to go look for some clothes. It's different. It is. Girl, these people be up in their feelings. I was reading something about the battle with the Crow or the Crow Indians or something like this. Suing and somebody else with the... Like, these things happen, whether they're spiritually or physically, they happen anyway. There's no stopping it. Like, these are things that keep the earth cleansed. Once those things are put on the map, it's something like hijack the military or something like this so that people can't be afflicted, or like we were always under some type of spiritual or Indian war, even through the 90s, even through the 2000s. It was like not a time when we weren't at some kind of silent war. It wasn't being talked about in the media, but it was going on. And it's just like these people that feel like they escaped death or something here by tripping up something. It's a way to, it won't be maybe nothing horrific like 30 people hanging from a tree, but the deaths, it's just how it goes. Okay, but I feel like some people are trying to, like, innocent people or people that's supposed to be here to be on the name of those lists when they come to collect those particular souls that have to go, by changing themselves, by getting new apparatuses to show up on the earth, and like they fooling somebody. Some of these people that had 3 to 4 terms, and they actually taking over parts that, like, the living are supposed to be making decisions for ourselves, but the dead are making decisions for the living, and they think they fooling someone. So I feel like these people are like silently impregnating people with some type of entities, or, and they acting like, oh, it's immaculate conception, or people are actually being transported and raped and pillaged, and they need these children to survive. It made me think about chastity belts. Like, you look at those old images of like wooden things around people's, like, as underwear, you know, and then it has like a lock on it. So these are people that don't take care of their children in real life. They ask for a paternity test. They not in the physical. They're not these particular. This could be the luminaries, or these could be underground people. They're not using these rights to the children, like, oh, here, knocking on the door, I'm here to pick up little Rebecca. Do you have her stuff packed? Yeah, we're gonna, this is what we're gonna be doing for the weekend. This is not what they're doing. They just want to transport the children, to siphon the energy from the children. So these are people that don't take care of their children in real life. They just don't. These are groups of men, families of men that they're allowing to have. And the Bible, it strictly says that these people, even if they got their hands on something, they're not supposed to be producing like as if the gods would be producing. So I'm telling you, the music industry, well, it's already under judgment. We can see what was being produced. But this means that they don't really care about it, or they hate it being in the music industry, or they don't love music. I just don't know what to do if I couldn't perform. That was to get you to look at them some kind of way. I feel like it was never about that. It was about the kind of power that these people get on stage, some of them, by performing. It's like drawing out energy that could have been delivered to other people that came here to heal the earth. So, and again, these people are embedded in regular cities. Like, they're not really, never really from where they say that they're from. Most of those people were produced in the Midwest, and they gave fake places, or most of these are missing children from places all over the nation. Um, it's just true. It's up. I keep on hearing what lies beneath. They want us to think that they're luminaries. They're not. This is something else. Like, I feel like all of the real stars, or whatever, the people that still really the luminaries that God placed, even if they're like, you know, the main stars and stuff like this, that's not them anymore. Whatever they was doing with Mexico, the Ramses and shit like this, is whatever this is. This was a war tactic, and I don't know. I keep up. We used to watch this movie. It was like about Africa or something. It was called The Gods Must Be Crazy. But these people got the nerves to sit there and puff their chests out. But like I told you, they're stealing energy or essence of the chosen ones or anointed ones in order to even be here. And they got the nerves to stick their chests out like they somebody, or they're producing these things on their own or something like this. And then they act like they the ones that can judge God's children. You're not judging shit over here. So somebody could have performed. I thought I brought the whole deck of that. Oh, I did. Perform some ritual. Somebody could have been offended by something somebody said within the past 24 to 48 hours. And somebody could have came and they could have planted something. First of all, you don't enter into my queen's bed chambers, motherfucker. I don't care if it was on the side of the curb without permission. But somebody thinks that they run the city or something like this. But I think that if they were doing something like this, somebody could have stolen an egg or stolen something very valuable. That's why I was saying the penalty, even if we talk about American eagles, there's penalties for stealing their eggs or taking their feathers or doing other things. I just feel like the penalty, because I know who the penalty, especially if these are endangered species or if they are well revered, I just think the penalty should be death. If we're talking about these particular people that represent those, you know how Native Americans have spiritual ties, like Buffalo tribe, the wolf tribes, things like this. They don't really talk about the eagles, but those are the gods or the higher powers. So somebody's mad because somebody don't want to be in a third party situation. So usually the man is the weakness. Even if a woman is presumed to be a cheater or step out the relationship, usually the women don't allow something to wreck their home life. But men, they silly. Somebody got pulled into something. Islam, and like I said, if you had to be ashamed of religion or something from the woman, if people like, girl, you don't need to know what he doing or something, bitch. If somebody live in my house, or if they supposedly been married to me, that's infidelity for you to be handling or doing anything that could put me and my children in danger, and you didn't prepare me. Now, some of these men can prepare their children or pick which children they want to prepare or they want to use for their whatever they want to do, but that's still a violation. Because we're not talking about just no foreign women or no women that don't have no fucking standing over here. That's also domestic abuse. To put your wife or your husband under some type of spiritual or financial or some type of giving clearance to like science or whatever to have access to your spouse. That's not your fucking child. Now, somebody could have put that a spouse was to conquer somebody or something like this, or to hold them back. They could have put that somebody's spouse is their father. This could be also why people in certain cultures call their men or whatever Yaba or father, like in certain spiritual courts. Even I feel like I picked this up from my in-laws, Because she'd be like, oh, yeah, go in there. I think dad has the... I think I picked up that terminology after being around them for so long. So, but it's like your father, or what are you going to call him? Go ask Chuck for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a thing. It just... I don't think about it. Or even with my D baby, I'd be like, oh, go ask your mom. Or I'll go say, oh, you got to go ask mom. Go ask mom. But it's not my mom. But do you see what I'm saying? This is kind of like... I don't know. This could be like wordplay. But there are certain things, and I feel like this is why, like with royals or higher level people, they separate their personal conversations, or they choose not to share that much of their personal, because people could take shit that you saying in your personal life, in your palace, or wherever you talking to your people around you or something about something, and try to place it in the public, like as if you're talking about other terms or conditions. It's like separating from business from pleasure, or family from business. But I feel like with this espionage, or them spying and this piracy, they're like patching together shit that's being said. Like, they could use this in a court of law, but if I'm a royal and I got immunity, then you can't, because you shouldn't be having me in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? It's already written, so... Somebody's lying about something. Some chariot act. They did something with a chariot energy to with a Queen of Swords in reverse. So somebody's lying. They could have let somebody come in and do something to someone. Okay? Because remember, we just keep seeing this. I got the scepter now. All right? Or the scepter will never remove from me. But like I told you, one of my best friends had a daughter named Shiloh. But I'm wondering if they mixed the blood, my blood, with this child without my permission, to try to create something like this. Or again, Shiloh could be the name. Like, these people could have found out the secret name, or a secret name, or a code name, or like a government. You know how they be like, Operation Bluebeam or something. It could be a file on me or someone, and it's called Shiloh. And so somebody said, oh, guess what? I'm going to have a child and I'm going to name it that, because I'm about to take this kingdom from this person or something. All right. So we got the initiative here with the wand. And then we have the alchemist in reverse. And then we have, this could be a couple too. And then we have courage. Somebody's supposed to come bring you something, say something, do something. Somebody's like, oh, if you come back here, I'm about to run up on you or something. But they didn't do this. Also, somebody's trying to say you lack courage, but it's not nothing about courage. You can't hear these demons talking. That's why I'm saying nobody's making deals with demons. That's how I know that these demons are in some... They think that they're principalities and rulers at high places, but they're really from a low place. These people is not coming from a higher place. Even if they are, they're lower vibrating. Yeah, King of Swords. This is like a judgment call. These people are lower vibrating. They're not talking to us, but they are doing shit. That's the thing that they're not supposed to be doing. We got a Prince of Wands in reverse here. Okay. Somebody's like, well, you don't know how it works. No, whatever you've been doing for the last 100 years or something is not the way it goes anyways. And you don't know the old ways, because the old ways would be within the person. And these people are the only ones that can conduct this type of activity. Many can try, but they're going to fool many people coming in somebody else's name, saying that they are Shiloh, or they're the Christ, or they're Shalonda, or they're whoever this name is, this mystery name is. Okay, this could be also something about a mystery name written on a crown. All right. So we got a high priestess in reverse. Okay. This Yolanda energy, or Yolanda. Okay. And then we have, again, despair here. Somebody wants someone in despair here. All right. But somebody's in the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is not despair to me. So with despair being in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, for what? Yeah, and the Ace of Wands. For what? And judgment being called because these people kidnapped somebody and ripped a baby out of their womb. Out of jealousy. These are people that don't want other people. Yeah, this could be some lovers here. And now they got this egg with them. That they're going to have to give it back. And it's not even give it back. It's just plummet everything in there and then get it back. Like, there's no chances with these people here. Yeah, somebody wants you to be in sorrow about something. knowing that somebody took a child or something from you or me or whatever this is, but nobody's in despair. Nobody's in sorrow. All right, but there is not clarity here. Something is not being clear. Somebody is not being clear about something. Now today, I'm sitting out here. I'm always looking at the scenery. And we got brown birds on top of the two houses that could be having royal energies in it. We got brown birds infesting on my roof and the Lady Mary next door. These two people or these two houses got brown birds flying all over them, and there's nothing on this side over here. There's nothing on the right side because this is a warlock here. Like I told you, these men just want to get a grips on somebody. Oh, I'll do anything for you, but it's anything that's going to benefit them being around you or having power over you or something. They don't do anything for you. They're doing anything for them to still have access to you. And all these people should be in jail. Yeah, we got some kind of love situation here. That's why I was saying nothing is sacred about what these people are doing. They're trying to act like it is. So they're so pissed off at people like me that talk like this. But there's nothing sacred about what's going on here. What kind of bug is that? Somebody wants dominion over someone. They also want to place some people high on a pedestal or something like this. A bunch of people. But that's not happening. Whatever they're doing here, this got these children in the reverse. These younger children or these little children. There's some little children in reverse here. They could also be taking people and using them in like underground work camps to create small businesses, like cut out the middleman. That's why I was thinking, like, why is the people that's in the middle and in the median and at the bottom so pissed off about trying to hack in and ruin higher level like things? Like you see when the value of like we see malls are closing and stuff like this, but again, some malls are not closing. They're just under new management or they have new things in there. And I noticed that in this store, they have like a lot of little candy shops. They have a lot of shoe stores. You know, they have a lot of little stuff like this, but like they still have like Abercrombie, you know, Tommy Hilfiger. You know, I think, you know, all the Charlotte Russe and Rue 21, all these stores is dying out. Claire's, you know, all of these, you know, the 90s, you know, you know, all of the nostalgic things or whatever that we used to have. There's a lot of barbershops now in the mall. I noticed the food court doesn't. It's like these people swear, okay, some of these people went from the bottom straight to the top so they could be rich. So it's saying something, don't hate on. That's why somebody like me that already looked at the situation with blue eyes and see all the way through it. There's also a lot of famous people and stuff like this that just knew that they couldn't. I mean, this could be a struggle of life and death for these people too. That, yeah, the industry is dying. What the fuck are we going to do? We can't live a regular life or whatever, whoppy whop. But there's some of us that was in our house, minding our business, raising our children, and you exploited us on a massive level, on the dark web in dangerous places. And we can't live a regular life anymore either. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we didn't steal anything. You stole something from me. You tried to take power away from me. So I can't protect me and people like me. Or me and whatever. So it's like somebody trying to, like, this is like, oh, look, the newborn king or whatever. And somebody chipped away at that shit until it's like, you know. And I feel like these kind of, whatever's going around by the time that you're being lifted up into your spot, there's not growing pains for the person. No. You a thief. You always been a thief. These are terrorists, no matter who they are. So you think about, oh, a movie star can't be a terrorist. Yes, the fuck they can. Anybody can be a terrorist. Anybody on any level. So when you realize how close or how that you could have been bound to someone like this as a child anyways, essential energy sources or whatever. Somebody thought that they was going to get away with this shit and not have to pay. But the people that should know more about this than anything is the people that's in the industry that put their time and sweat and blood into performances and shit like this, and how they would feel if they did all that and didn't get nothing out of it, or somebody made them go up on that stage or something like this. And if that's what somebody was doing to you, hey, that don't got shit to do with me. Because if you're trying to tell me that some of these celebrities was doing all these performances and making us think they was making all this money. You should want to be famous like me. It's worth more than the finances. So they lying about how much money they're making, and it was just really about gaining the energy from the people in these performances, period. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, it was never about the money in the first place. It was about you gaining some type of popularity or some kind of world renowned something. When you speak, people listen. It's something about this. All right, so you got the Princess of Wands here, and that's why I was thinking, like, if I tell you this, is like what I was thinking too earlier, because somebody trying to like force a situation. It's like, dude, if I told you that, yeah, me and your friends, you bet, oh, I love this friend and I love you too, I don't know who to pick or who I should blame this crimes on, because I can't blame it on myself. I need to go forward with all the stolen goods. So I don't know which one to pick, you or this best friend or this best friend or something like this. Like somebody don't know how to pick, who to pick. And I'm just, you know, it's like, I wanted to word this a different way. Because if I said I don't fuck with nobody, this is what I want to say. If I said that I don't fuck with nobody, I don't fuck with them forever. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, a lot of these people know what somebody did to you. They know what they did to you. Modified or manipulated here. Genetically charged up. I call it charging. Charging motherfuckers up to do something to one person or something like this. It's like finding out that, like, oh, this is a certain person or whatever. People are not supposed to be tapped into that person's intellectual property. And then somebody just try to say, well, I don't know. Do we see it for sure? Because if we acknowledge it, then we have to do something about it. And if we do something about it, then people that we know are going to get hurt. And so let's not acknowledge it. And so somebody want to keep some type of weight or some type of, you know, it's like some kind of humiliation ritual. Like how a parent would be like, okay, I told you about wearing them clothes with them holes in it. And then the child wake up the next day and all their clothes got holes in it all over. The nipples got holes in it, everything. And this parent punished the child by making that child wear them clothes to school every day. This is the only thing that the child has to wear. This will be looked at as some type of these also could be people that have different vassals. These could be skinwalkers. They have different bodies they can jump in. So if they're humiliated in this body, they just send that person into a third world country, send that person away, they jump into a new body. Something like this. People don't have that opportunity, or they don't have that advantage. So somebody is trying to let you know that we're all, yeah, we are. Like, this is something that we're not supposed to be doing, but we're doing it. And we're going to keep on doing it, and nobody can stop us. But there could be some kind of conflict here. With this girl and this ostrich and these wands in the cloud, Saturn. And also the eyes, Chico. Somebody got some big old pretty eyes with big old pretty eyelashes. Also, somebody's neck is off. Somebody didn't cut the neck of some type of bird here. That's why my person was just asking me in the store, like, what if some of these places that be serving this meat or whatever, you know, what if they serving some other kind of meat or something like this? I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, not so much. I think he was talking like raccoons, dogs, stuff like this. But I was thinking like something more like bigger birds, larger birds. Turkey meat instead of chicken, you know, selling it as chicken, like, I don't know, something like this. Because, you know, with eagles or whatever they called, and ostriches, you know, people normally will eat their eggs, but I'm not saying nobody eats the meat, but the Native Americans, they use all the parts. Never find you. So if somebody got rid of your body or something, or if somebody got rid of your God body, they gave it to the Native Americans so somebody never could find it. Like the God bodies are just like your extra, you know, vassals for some of these groups or some of these breeds. It has all the essential things that you need if you get sick. You know, you get what I'm saying? We got death in reverse and gentleness in reverse. So like I said, there's some people that killed somebody. They thought they killed you. This is like a husband finding out that his wife ain't dead. He thought he killed the bitch 15 years ago and left in a new life. And he finding out that he didn't kill the wife. Or same things. The wife killed the husband and then find out she didn't kill the husband. It's like, you know, if the wife is a queen, it's like, wait a minute. You mean everybody in this community, you mean y'all moved me here so these people could come kidnap you out, like how they would do with an initiation or something. Come sneak somebody out their bed with a bag over their head in the middle of the night and take them to a secret location. You mean tell me you was in some type of situation where you was about to do something life altering like this, like disappear for 5 years or go into the wilderness, and you didn't tell me as your wife? Or did somebody do something to somebody where they didn't think they would have to tell you nothing? You'll be dead. They went out there, played around, dick around. You know, these are these men. These could be the dogs. They could have been decent men, 1, 2 life cycles, you know. And then they turn into a dog, but they know they with a female that's not going to be a bitch. Not that kind, anyway. A lot of these women fail for this okie dokie or this good sex or this Mac Daddy vibe or something. And these women are on the bandwagon with these men too, because they want to see a woman that's emotionally intelligent fall for this, or they don't want this person to beat their score. It's like, oh, back in 82, Rebecca, you went through this and that fine ass man came up in there and you fell all up in his lap and your ass got pregnant. Fair and square. You went, we saw you sneaking off, driving off, going, meeting him. Y'all flew here, went to Cancun. Y'all did all this shit. You traveled with this man and you end up getting your ass fucked up. See, but somebody that shows restraint and somebody that shows discipline, no matter what these motherfuckers thought. See, that's the strong delusion. Somebody strong fell for a delusion that you was a hoe. You don't got no order in your life. You just a follower. You just something. And they had to sit back and watch your ass. And even if somebody try to change the document or give the trophy to somebody else at the end of the day, all them motherfuckers know they sat there and watched you. All the motherfuckers know that they sat there and watched. So now you just bearing false witness. What doctrine is you using? Because I don't use no doctrine but the Bible. I've researched other things, but I use the Bible. All that shit that I researched, I went right back still. I go right back in the Bible. It's in the Bible. That's my word. So who's copying who? The Bible copying what? Or is these motherfuckers that wrote these books in the past, 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, was they copying off the Bible? I know I don't have to copy off nobody to get the material. I get to come out here and talk to y'all about what do any motherfucking thing with. You see what I'm saying? So we got death here. And then we got gentleness here. So somebody doesn't have to be gentle with these people. You don't have to be nice with these people. You don't have to do something. All right? Yeah, this is about somebody's stability here. Four of Pentacles. Somebody's calling for a truce. You could be immortal and these motherfuckers have killed you 20 times already. Like, what do you do? Like, I know for a fact that these people something is growing every day. A hate train. A hate train. It started off in one small community, and then they get to work because these people the grays are probably well dispersed. They keep to themselves most of the time or something like this. They're very timid. You really don't know what they're thinking, something like this. So somebody could be like thinking you outnumbered, and something is done. Something is already done. Somebody thought that there was something in numbers, but the one thing about you, when you think that you're going to get power in numbers, it depends on the motherfucker number. It depends on the people that you using as the numbers. Common sense to tell you, if you know anything about people, business, or something, if you just trying to get anybody on this hate train, you ain't even vetted these motherfuckers. You don't know nothing about their breaking point, or you balancing this off of like some initiation ritual that you did to people in college. and we talking about motherfuckers' birthrights and livelihood. It's not even the same thing. So you could have a billion people up against somebody, but what are the bases or of these millions of individuals? Eventually, you motherfuckers, especially if this is an innocent person, nobody had no reason to do this, nothing like this. Eventually, y'all gonna fuck each other up with the money or without it. Trying to get it, trying to keep the person from having it, whatever this is. All right. So we got some kind of affection here. All right. Also, I feel like somebody was trying to get somebody to give them a kiss to break the spell. Okay. But these is you want to dominate, but you want to come over here and ask me for something. You want to dominate, but you want to come digging around and thumbing around in my house and taking little shit out of my house and all kind of things. Just like right now, I'm trying to figure out what happened to my extra large tarot deck. And it's funny because Street Savage tried to I know these people are still in this city somewhere. Okay. But the person rarely used those cards, and you use those cards because people want me to mention